Christ alone, my hope is found. He is my life, my strength, my song, this cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are still, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand. In Christ alone, who took on flesh, fullness of God in helpless babe, this gift of love, this righteousness, scorned by the ones he came to save, till on that cross, as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. For every sin on him was laid. Here in the death of Christ I live. There in the ground his body lay, light of the world by darkness slain. Then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again. And as he stands in victory, his sin has crossed its grip on me. For I am his, and he is mine, bought with the precious blood of Christ. No guilt in life, no fear in death. This is the power of Christ in me. From life's first cry to final breath, Jesus commands my destiny. No power of hell, no scheme of man can never pluck me from his hand, till he returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand, till he returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand. The verse of the day today is John 3:18. There's no judgment against anyone who believes in him, but anyone who does not believe in him has already been judged for not believing in God's one and only Son. Now, this is coming from John 3, which has one of the most famous verses in the Bible, John 3:16, which is just two verses before this, where it's explained to Nicodemus as they walked in the evening. Nicodemus was a Pharisee, teacher of the law. He knew what the old scriptures had said, but he had heard what Jesus was saying and was thinking, there's something to this. So he came and asked questions of Jesus, and John 3:16 is, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life." And then it goes on to say, "For the Son of God did not come into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him." And then it goes on into this verse for John 3:18. "There's no judgment against anyone who believes in him, but anyone who does not believe in him has already been judged for not believing in God's one and only Son." There's a difference between ignorance and actively not believing. And if you are a believer, then you have no worry of judgment as far as from God. Now, from man's different story. Like governments were set up to help keep the peace among people. But coming from the perspective of God, God will not judge you. Man may judge you for various things, but it's not in the same context. So, follow what Christ has said. And if you have it in your heart that you want to be part of the body, and you want the everlasting life that he has provided, then call out to him, and there will be no judgment from God for you doing that. Now, just because it says there's no judgment doesn't mean there won't be any persecution. Like I said, there's still the rule of man on earth that we would still need to abide by, but it's not the same type of judgment taking place. What happens here on earth, it's temporary. The judgment talked about here is eternal. A little bit heavier today, but just a reminder that in Christ alone we have power, and that if we have faith, then we will have no judgment from God after this world has all gone gray. God bless and have a great day.